What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of MIYA. This is episode 10. I'm so excited. We got an amazing guest. Before we get into that, today's episode is called A la Carrera, which means to the race for my non-Spanish speaking people. You got myself, Abbie Knights, and the amazing ladies.
Lornalitz Baez here. Hi, y'all.
Hey.
Hello. Hi. My name's Ariel Yasmine.
And today we've got my boy, the one, the only AlB Sure Jr. Let's give you a round of applause.
Hola, hola. Caliente, caliente, caliente.
We're so excited to have you on the show today. For those of you guys that aren't familiar, AlB is an artist. He's a songwriter. He produces. He does a little bit of everything. He's grown up around entertainment. Long lineage of that, plenty of experience of, when it comes to what it's like being in the business and kind of having all eyes on you and the pressures that come with that. So I'm super excited for all of us to dive into the conversation. We might also, actually, let me take that back. I also might put you on the spot and make you sing a little something before we go towards the end. So I'm just letting you know, we all love a good serenade. I can't even listen. I cannot listen to that song anymore and not think of you. Can we talk for a minute? I always think of him because he does that cover all the time. It's like his go-to cover, and he hits all the notes. He be in there like, can we talk? And he gets the little head bobble. It's good. It's real good.
Yo, she's my biggest hype man.
I'm telling you, it's like church every time he sings that song. So let's dive into our hot topics today. I know that you're a fan of Jay-Z. And I'm sure that you've seen that him and Beyonce have partnered with Tiffany's to give back $2 million to HBCUs. I'm like, yeah.
That's crazy.
I love giving back.
That's amazing.
Hey, I love
scholarship
them as a
program,
couple.
right?
Yes.
Is that where they
crazy.
give like five universities of 5 Black universities? They choose students that are looking to major in the arts.
Yes.
Yeah, I wish I had that when I was in college.
Okay, I'm like, where were these programs when I was trying to kind of dive into this? Like, it was nowhere to be found. Let me just put it like that. Not in my world. But one thing I thought was super interesting, because I think it's pretty safe to say, at least most of us, I think most people out there, even if you're not a fan of Jay-Z's music, I think most people have become a fan of Jay-Z, the person. He contributes a lot of good back to the community. He's really low key. When he speaks, it makes sense. He doesn't really talk crazy. And he's
too much.
He's a deep thinker too. So if you've ever watched any of his interviews and his responses, a lot of times I'm like, whoa, I'd never even thought about that like that. So question, would you, if this is the scenario and you got to pick one or the other, would you rather go to dinner with Jay-Z or take $500,000 in cash? Dun, dun, dun.
That's easy. That's way easy. Too easy. I'm with Jay. You feel me? We going to eat
all day.
We going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, we going to eat. We going to politic. I'm going to pick his brain. I'm going to learn some stuff from him. Ask him a lot of questions. Probably don't like all that, but I'm gonna get what I can get from the music side and the business side, and just soak up that whole conversation and just write my notes down while I'm chilling with him.
That's the value.
That's the 500,000 right there. You feel me? You got to be rich in your heart. You got to be rich in your mind, and to think like that money's gonna come. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z is not gonna come. Every that might not happen for anybody, but yeah, I'm definitely taking that situation first. For sure.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, Abbie, is it a 7-course meal? Can I have like 3 hours for him or something?
You
Because
feel me?
I'm like, we
You
gonna
feel
eat
me?
extra slow.
You
we're
But
feel
I've
me?
gonna
heard,
You feel
eat.
me?
We're
I've
gonna
heard,
eat.
I've heard he's great though about sharing knowledge with people. Like I've heard he's not one of those weird, funny acting people. Like if you're in the right situation where
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
have the ability to sit down and have dinner, which is a comfortable environment. I've heard that he has
Yeah.
no problem giving back in that way, which is huge because he's
I mean,
gone
Yeah,
he's
through
a
the
so
steps.
businessman. I mean, he's
Hmm.
like, he was named the first hip hop billionaire, making him amongst like
yeah.
one of the top
Yeah.
wealthiest Black Americans in the world. You know, he
Hmm.
had
So
so
dope.
many successful businesses. That's why I
Hmm.
agree with you. Like, I would take the dinner because, like, he
Period.
opened up what the 4040 luxury bar, and
Hmm.
then what
Yeah.
Rockaware. That's just
Yeah.
two
Hmm.
corporations
Let's talk
that
about
made
Barclays Center
multi-million.
though.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. The Barclays. He had it. He the one who really got it popping like that. Like Brooklyn was cool, but they never had no basketball team. Like I've been
Yup.
in New York. I'm from New York, so it's like you either like the Yankees or the Mets, or you either like the New Jersey Nets, or you like the New York Knicks. When he brought the New Jersey Nets to to Jersey, oh well, no, the New Jersey Nets to Brooklyn, he changed the whole game. Like
the whole thing.
everybody want to be a Brooklyn fan now. Everybody want to say they've been a Brooklyn fan. Nobody was ever no Brooklyn fan. I don't care or Nets fan ever. So it's just that shows you just I'm from New York. Like I don't even like the Knicks, but you were never a Nets fan. I don't care what you say. So it's just his love for everything is, he got an
Mm.
influence on a lot of people. So, like he's the GOAT. Jay-Z's definitely the GOAT, man.
So, Lorna Litz, you
Absolutely.
dinner all the way, huh?
Yes, yes, because listen, the knowledge that you're going to be able to receive sitting at
Hmm.
dinner with Jay-Z. I mean, I'm a fan of him, but like, I feel like I'm able to share my story with him, share my struggle. We'll be able to relate somewhere, maybe start a friendship, a business partner. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
I
would get
woke up
so
just
much
like that.
more with speaking with Jay-Z
I was
than
gonna press
the
that.
$500,000. That's
Yeah.
how I look at it.
What about you,
Hmm.
Ariel?
Yo,
Look at
I'm
her.
the
She's
only
so
one that'll take the
cute.
money.
She's like a little doll.
I'm the only one that can take the money. Because
I
the
was
thing
gonna do
is,
that, but I didn't want to
okay,
fuck it
I've
up.
listened to a couple songs,
Yeah.
but it's mostly, like Bonnie and Clyde and stuff. But
You take the money.
yeah, I'll take the money.
So we
I
got
Oh
three
mean,
for the
I
shit.
already
dinner,
know what
one
I'll
for
do
the
for no
money.
money. Yeah, because the thing is, I'm not gonna I don't know. I watched it. I saw a video of him recently where he was talking to an old woman and she didn't know who he was, and he was just having a good, normal conversation. And so that was really great. Like people were filming him, trying to take pictures of him and stuff, and she was just like, "Who are you? Where are you from?" And they're just like talking about, just like having a normal conversation. It was awesome, and it was a really cool moment. But
That's
I would
crazy.
take the money. I would.
I like
Okay.
that.
I
It's
would.
Okay.
honest. I mean, so what would
Oh, that's
happen
dope.
is
Yeah.
the three of us would go to dinner with Jay, and then we're going to
Yeah.
come back to you for the loan.
Because the thing
Facts.
is, because I'm like with really rich people and stuff, so we're gonna have dinner. So I would expect a full-time job and all of your business expertise, and you know what I'm saying. Like, because I've talked to plenty of celebrities and stuff. But I'm just like, it can be a fun person to talk to and everything. But I mean, in Jennifer would help me out. I would take the money.
You would
She
take the
taking that
money
500.
and run. Yeah.
I would. I would take the money, and then I would invest it, and I would just multiply it. I would put it into his business or
Okay.
something and
Flip it.
invest it. I already have my degree. I already have an associates in business. I'm already in school for film. So I'm like, you know what? I would just take it and I would multiply on my own.
And
That
run.
works for you. Yeah. Run.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
So, Lorna Litz, let's dive
Yeah.
into what we talking about today. Come
Well,
on,
we're
girl.
talking
Hit
about
us with it.
Women,
Ooh, ooh.
women in business. So question. So
Yeah.
as a woman, why is it important to take control of establishing your own footing when it comes to your image and your business? That's the question I have for you ladies.
And what's perfect about this is this also, because clearly, AlB, you're not a woman, But we want to hear about the guy's perspective too, because nobody ever really asks men what the struggle is when it comes to that. And we all know, as women, I know I speak for myself, and the ladies can probably relate. But when it comes to this business and your image, everybody feels like they know what the right move is. You got to do this. You got to be sexy. You're too much of this. You're too little of that. You got to go left. Now go right. Wait, turn around. Wait, go back. And then it's like, wait a minute. Hold on. Like for me, you don't act Spanish enough. You don't act white enough. You're kind of a white girl, but you're not really, but you're not thin enough. You're kind of thick, so maybe you're kind of fat. It's like, come on. It drives you crazy. After a while, it's like, you know what? I think I just want to be myself. And I'm cool with just being myself. And I'm comfortable in my own skin. And I think that it's important to establish your ground when it comes to that, and let people know that, listen, this is who I am. This is what I bring to the table. And my whole thought on this is, if you don't like what you see, leave, look the other way, unfollow me, keep it moving, period. And so that's my thought on it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, Ariel?
Well, I see a total need to have like women in business. I have my associates in business. I transferred, so I don't feel the need to have like a bachelor's in business. Because I think college is like necessary depending on the degree, depending on what you're trying to do with it. So I got whatever I needed, and then I dipped. But I work at a social media marketing company, and my boss, she's a girl, and it's freaking amazing having a woman boss, like a female boss. It's so good, because like a lot of times when I talk to, I guess, people in the industry, just people in general, they'll assume that I'm stupid or something. But when I was talking to my boss, they never assumed any of that. My work just speaks for itself, and that's it. So I think it's just good because it gives a space to have just like extra voices in there, and we are also good at providing like a different perspective to things. Sometimes when I like see even like a car that's made, or if I see like a certain campaign or something, I think to myself, I'm like, you know what? They also should have implemented a female perspective on it, because I think it would have done better, you know? And so it's definitely necessary, because you can provide different perspectives and things like that. And we are Latina, so I think we could have our experiences and put that into our work as well. So I definitely see where it's necessary and where we can all benefit from it.
Eso es muy importante, for sure.
Muy importante. I agree.
You agree?
I agree. Yes.
I do, because because the thing is that like the reality is, like, as a woman, we walk into the door and we're already discriminated because we have vaginas. Let's just keep it real, especially in a male-dominated industry. Especially in a male-dominated industry. So I think it's important to show that we also have the talent, and we're equipped to do the job good, if not better, than a man.
And that's on period, Pooh.
Right, girl? The beauty about being a woman is that we also have emotional intelligence, and I feel like men tend to like not like that about us. But I read somewhere that emotional intelligence in women makes us more successful. And what that means is that, like, we're able to handle complex situations. We come from a place of empathy. All these traits that men don't really have. Am I wrong or am I right?
I kind of agree. I mean, what do you think, AlB?
You hear me?
Yes, we want to know. How do you feel about this? What's the male perspective, the manly man perspective, the cojones, honestly, the one that's like.
Honestly, I love when women are in the, just the boss atmosphere. I feel like a lot of women are able to run things. Like when they say God, when they say what is God, I always say God is a woman. Like just all the stuff. Like I really believe it, because it's like a woman, y'all emotional, but like y'all gonna keep it honest sometimes, you know what I'm saying? And like the emotions of a woman is always gonna let you know how situation is gonna go. So it's like I like when women are just, they just on their boss stuff. You know, it's like I don't know. Like I feel like every woman. How do I put this?
No pressure. You're just talking to
Yeah,
three
no,
Latin women.
I know it's a lot of pressure. It's a lot of pressure. Like I don't know. Like I feel like women are just made for that job sometimes, and a lot of men feel like it's theirs because they're a man, you know. And it's like I like how women can just step up nowadays and just just take over and do the same thing a man can do. You know what I'm saying? And not feel like it's just a man's job. You know, like
Yeah.
women can do the job way better. I think. I don't
I'm
know.
not I'm
I
not gonna
feel
debate you on that.
yeah. Like I feel
I agree.
and and then it's like you don't have to degrade yourself. You don't have to be this sexy and like it doesn't have to be like that. Everybody thinks sex. Everybody thinks sex sells. But I love when a woman come and she's talking that knowledge. She's talking that, like she comes with a firm handshake and you could tell she has a real good dad, look you in your eye and just you don't you're not seeing sexual. She already has that presence about her that is a boss, so I think it works well, because they say it's sexual when it's a female and that gets everybody to look at the woman, but when all of that is put to the side and you start hearing like, oh, this lady knows what she's talking about. She knows what she's doing. She's showing you everything that she's been through. So like I feel like a lot of women are definitely good for the boss job. Like
Boss B.
hey, you feel me? And you
Yes.
take the cake. You take the cake, Abbie. So I'm with y'all. Y'all got AlB on your team with the women and just
Yeah.
So yeah, AlB definitely gave y'all, some love on that for sure. Because my mom is a boss. My
Mm.
mom is a boss, and anybody looking at her crazy or looking at her booty or something, she gonna be like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? She gonna let you know.
Albie's a big supporter of women.
Yeah,
He
facts.
really loves empowering women, and I think it's a beautiful thing in the world that we live in today
Mm.
because it's easy. We can coexist together. I think
Yeah,
that a
and
lot more
being
would
able to
get
have
done.
women friends, being able to
Hmm.
have women friends is another thing. And just
Mhm.
it's not about sex all the time, but a lot of men, it's all sex. So it's like when you meet a woman, that's all you're thinking about. I'm thinking about
Yeah.
friendships. I'm thinking about business. I'm thinking about
Hmm.
doing videos together, involving them. It's you don't have to try to fuck every single female that you come encounter with. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
you know, I, you got to have some female friends like Abbie. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's important to set that standard for
Yeah, because
Yeah.
just
she
women,
gonna.
especially because women are super catty with each other anyway. You
Mhm,
never hear men going,
exactly.
why they give that to him? It's always women
Yeah,
like, why she get that? Ooh, she shouldn't have got, I'm better than her. It's not
yeah.
really like that with men. I feel like there needs to be a new standard established, period, as far as like women empowering each other.
Yeah.
Do you think that the way that women dress and the way they look outside of the workplace should affect the role that they play in a workspace? Because I feel like a lot of times that level of respect will change. Like if Ariel and Lornalitz throw on a bikini and have a super
Mhm,
sexy picture that they post, that then all of a
mhm.
sudden people feel like they can speak to them differently, like the level of
Yeah,
respect shouldn't
yeah,
be the same. But at the end of the day, I'm
yeah.
like, we should be able to embrace our sexuality, be comfortable with
Exactly.
ourselves, with our bodies,
Yeah,
and I'm off the clock. So,
yeah.
if you're
Uh-huh.
choosing to come follow me or see whatever, it's part
Yeah.
of the branding. Then I think
It's
that
you.
people need to get over themselves.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
know what the
you.
big deal is. I mean, like,
It's
what?
yeah, sex. It's sex. That's all it is. Everything is sex. Everything, every movie, every show, it's all sexual. So that perception of women, it's messed up nowadays. Like even with daughters and the women growing up nowadays, they're being straight the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? It's like everything is twerking, everything is dancing online. So when you see a beautiful woman at work, you're picturing all of these things on Instagram and all of this. So you kind of like, oh, well, she's just like that girl. She's just like this. When it's just like, some women just want to get pretty. Some women just want to just get up and just look nice for the day. And they're not even thinking like, oh, let me try to. I think the bad women mess it up for the good women. Like a
I
lot,
agree.
it's a lot of women out here that mess it up for women that just want to get dolled up for the day, because all the women out here in LA, not all of them, maybe 50% of them, they all want attention. So it messes up for the good women that actually are doing things in their life, because Instagram is all twerking now. Instagram is all thirst trap. So it messes it up for the real ones.
You know,
Honestly, that's
I
my
do
opinion.
actually want to ask you something really quick, and then I want to get the ladies' thoughts on that. But did you see the post that somebody did where they asked a guy why men no longer get excited by lingerie? And his response was because
Mm,
women wear lingerie to go outside, so it's not exciting anymore. And that's most of
exactly.
what you
It
see on
takes it
social
away.
media.
Yep. It takes it all away. It takes all the fun away. It takes the excitement away. We can go to Instagram and
See whatever
see
you want to see. Hmm.
exactly. So it's like, why do you think Beyonce is so, big? Because you don't know nothing about her life. You don't know really nothing. Like it's like a secret. It's like, it's like why buy some milk when you have the whole cow? You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So it's like
Yeah.
with females, it's a lot of men do that. You know what I'm saying? So hey, it's a what is it called? A double standard.
Yeah. Double standard in
Yeah.
Like
society. Yeah, for sure.
and it sucks.
Mhm.
But hey, I'm team women, and I'm team women empowerment. And like I feel like a lot of women could do a lot of things that we can't do. Like there's a lot of jobs for women that I feel is just better for women, because men, they're looking at, oh, I want her to work for me because she look good. No, instead of, damn, this she's smart, or it's not. They're
Looking at the
not
brain
looking at
before
that.
beauty,
They're not
right?
looking at the brain.
Yeah.
Exactly like what she said. Like they thought she was stupid or dumb, and then she started saying, "Oh yeah, I went to school here and this," and then they start looking at you different. Then they
Yeah.
start, oh, it's not just beauty, it's brains too.
It's that
But
false perception. And it's like, I
mm,
mean, Ariel's beautiful. And it's funny
mm,
that, somebody would look at her and be like, oh, well, she's stupid. She must be
yeah,
stupid because she's too pretty to really have a brain,
that
too.
sucks.
And it's
That
it's
sucks.
crazy just the disassociation that there is just morally, I
Hmm.
think, with people. But because we're getting towards the end of our segment. But ladies, what do you think about having that balance of being sexy in the workplace and it not really being respected like it should? Because I already know, listen, Ariel's got a million and one opinions. She's like a little firecracker. And Lornalitz is going to have her opinion
Yeah.
on that too. Because why can't you be smart, be successful, be confident, be a woman, and be sexy? I don't understand
Mm.
why you can't be those things and people feel like if you are, you don't deserve the same level of respect. So what do you think, ladies? Dun-dun.
Um,
Dun,
I
dun,
think there's a tasteful way to do it. You can have natural sex appeal, or you can post something where you're being sexy, but there's also a classy way about doing it. It's different if
yeah.
you're like selling yourself online, because a lot of people do that under the guise of feminism, but really it's not. No, there's nothing feminist about selling yourself online for
Mm,
people's enjoyment. Or there's
yeah.
a lot of people. I see a lot of girls where I know for a fact they don't work, but they're
Mm.
saying they're acting like they're traveling and stuff. They have sugar daddies. It happens a lot. There's a
Yes.
lot of girls like that in LA, and
Hmm.
I'm just I can't relate to that. I can't. But I think in the
Hmm.
work, I think the way you condition yourself also has to be work friendly in a way. Like, I mean, if you have someone that's a school teacher and going to go on and find out she has like posting videos of her, it's different. It's kind of different, like posting a photo of yourself in a bathing suit, where like you look good, you're confident, you're feeling sexy, you look sexy, versus posting a video of you bending over twerking. You know, like I
Yeah.
do a lot of music videos, and I've done a video before where they asked me if I was a dancer. I was like, no, I mean, I was like, I actually dance like professional dancing, like dance classes, and they're like, no, I mean like a dancer, and I was like, no, and they asked me to do. They're like, because they're looking for girls to do a lap dance, and I was like, and first of all, they weren't trying to up any of the girls' rates or anything, and I was like, look, I will get paid the same amount, and I'll go stand in the back, and I'll go look cute in the back and do. I can dance like a normal person or something, like I'm at the club. I was like, you are not fixing to get anything like that. So I mean, I think it depends on the way, knowing your worth, knowing the way to condition yourself, and knowing where you want to be in the future, and then you have to work towards that. You have to make conscious choices to work towards your future. So I think a lot of it feeds into it.
What about you, Lornalitz?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I feel like there's a time and a place for everything. You know, I feel like if you want to express your sexuality, then that's great, but don't do it in the workplace. Like, you know, women tend to, and I have to say, listen, big ups to women that want to wear whatever they want to wear, but there's a time and place for everything. Like, you should not be wearing certain clothing to like a corporate office, you know, because there is a thing called sexual harassment, and it has been happening for many years. So as an intelligent woman, a successful woman, you know, a time and a place for everything. If you're at work, dress a certain way, dress appropriately for that. And if you want to put a bikini on for social media and you're off the clock, then I don't see a problem with that.
That's your business.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with both of them. I agree with both of them. And then to add to that, it's the attitude that you come with. Like, she could have easily said, you know what? Okay, I'll try to get a little twerk for you, instead of, no, like, I'm not doing that. I'm, you know, it's women gotta come. You gotta come off like a bitch. Honestly, you do, and that's the only way it's gonna work in this industry, is when you boss up and you tell a man, because a man's gonna get what you give him. He's gonna take what you give him. He's gonna see what he can get, you know. So, you know, just you telling him, okay, this is what I'm doing and this is what it is. And a man's gonna know that. If you stand on that, he has no choice to. He has no choice to just to oblige what you're
Back
doing.
up,
You know,
and be respectful.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Because when you give a man a handshake and you look him in his eyes and you say, "Nice to meet you," but he's expecting a hug or something so he could touch you or do some weird stuff. You know, I've been around these weirdos before, so it's like I see it. But when a woman comes up to you and she's like, she gives you a firm handshake and she looks you in the eyes, you take her a little more serious. You know, so I think it's just presentation too. Some women are just gonna come in booty shorts and this and that, but you're not gonna get respected like that at all. Like, I don't care how much you've done for somebody, or it's not gonna work. Men are gonna.
It's like
see
putting
it,
steak
or
in front of a
even
man and telling him not to eat it.
Exactly.
Right. He's gonna be like, let me get a side of this and this.
Yeah, let me get a side of that. Roast con pollo. Let me get a roast con pollo.
You start getting too confident.
Right. Exactly. We're gonna have to get going, but before we run, AlB, what you got going on? You got any new singles you're dropping? You gonna be performing soon? Like, let's get the tea.
Yeah, my birthday's coming up in October, and October 30th. So you know, Scorpio gang, you know what it is.
One time for the birthday,
yeah, come on. So yeah, I got a tour coming up next year, like early, for like March. We're supposed to be going to France. Well, Europe, the whole Europe. We go to Europe and we just tour everywhere, from Luxembourg to Slovenia to Cannes, France, to Paris, France, to Germany, and we just been going like all around Europe, just touring, and I'm just excited to get back there. I'm excited to get back to Israel. That's one of my favorite places I did on my tour, and Tel Aviv is like it's like out in it's like the USA, you know. But the love is different from the music. They love music like they don't even know English. I'm sitting around talking to people with Google Translate and translating everything, but it's just the vibe out there is different. So I'm just looking forward to this Europe tour.
To being on
I'm just
tour.
looking for it. Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
got a lot of singles. Got a lot of singles that I'm ready to drop. Just been wanting to shoot the visuals, get the paperwork right. Because a lot of people don't know. Me and Abbie had this conversation before. How long it takes to really get a record out, and got to get stuff signed off, and just split sheets and publishing and all that stuff. A lot of people don't really know that. So
Yeah.
you know, it's a work in progress, but Abbie keeps me motivated, and you got to
I
ride the
try.
wave. Shout out Marcel and
Shout
Leah.
out
You
to
know what I'm saying?
Marcel. We love Marcel.
Uh,
Marcel is my manager.
yes,
She also does
my
some work with
mentor.
AlB as well, and it's
My
she's
mentor.
a beautiful person, like inside and
Yes.
out. I'm so thankful for her, and that's how we
Hmm.
both actually met. And he ended up spending my birthday with me this year and a few of my
Hmm.
friends in Miami, which was really nice. Um,
Yeah.
so we're
We went to the
excited.
beach and it was cold the whole time. It was
He
freezing.
was complaining the whole time, like, get out of here. He was like, hey, yo, y'all ready to go?
Yeah, it was cold. So.
And then trying to sit there make me sing. So since you don't get to do an okey doke on me today,
Uh,
since it's our show, before we head out, because we're super excited, I'm definitely gonna show you love on any of the new music that you drop.
thank you. Thank
Can
you.
we get a little some acapella? You got a little
Uh,
something up your sleeve, a little me.
all right, you ready? Through drought and famine, natural disaster, my baby has been around for me. Kingdoms be falling, angels be calling. None of that would ever make me leave. Every time I look into your eyes, I see it. You're all I need. Every time I get a bit inside, I feel it. Ooh, oh, what about I get you.
I love that
Thank you.
song.
I have chills.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
AlB Sure
Caliente,
Jr.,
caliente.
everybody. Right. Bow,
A que
bow.
le quiera con la fuego, fuego, fire,
Hey,
fire, fuego,
hey,
fuego, fire, fire,
hey.
fuego.
I love it. I
Oh,
love
thank
you,
you, ladies.
AlB. We're
Thank you.
so
I love
happy that
y'all.
you came on the
I love
show
you too,
today.
Abby. I
Make sure
appreciate you so
what's
much.
what's the IG handle so everybody can come and show you some love.
AlB Sure Jr. AlBSureJr. And just follow the wave, man. Follow the wave, man. And I just want to just say thank you for having me, ladies. And you guys are a blessing. And I can't wait for this to really blow up. And then I can say I know you guys for real. So
Oh
I
well, you stuck
appreciate
with
y'all.
me, so you gonna be my
Oh, for
friend.
sure. For sure. For
Okay.
sure. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
already
I
knows. We've
love
had
y'all,
this
man.
conversation.
We
This
stuck
is
for life.
nothing new.
We stuck, Ab. We stuck.
Right.
Nah,
Like glue.
appreciate it.
But not like
Yeah,
Gorilla
for
Glue
sure.
though. Like
Nah, I
regular
don't mess
glue.
with that. Nah, you gonna have your shit messed up.
Exactly. So we're gonna
Right.
run, you guys. We'll be back next week, same place, same time.
Yes,
Thanks
yes,
again, AlB. We loved having you
yes,
on the show
Thank
today.
you.
yes.
Mwah.
Hola.
Hasta
Gracias.
luego.
All
Bye.
right, mamas.